Welcome to the Excel Purpose Show with Karms Fung. Today we have Lucia Zurkinden with us. She is an actress, model, and just beautiful all around, inside and out. So good to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. I really admire you, so I'm happy to finally be here with you.
Oh, let's begin with, well, you're an actress, which is something that I feel a lot of people aspire to, right? Especially young, and then we look up to these people on TV and whatnot. It's like, oh, I would love to do that. It feels like it's like you get the attention, you get like the popularity and all of that. How did you get on this journey? Have you always liked the spotlight, or where's that coming from?
I've always wanted to be an actress ever since I was a little girl, but because I come from Eastern Europe, my parents told me, don't worry, you'll grow up, you'll get married, you'll have kids, you'll forget about it. So I studied finance and banking, and then I did a master's degree in art and modern philosophy in Poland. I got married, I have a daughter, and I still wanted to be an actress. And I understood, okay, this is not going away. This is who I am. So 4 years ago, I started doing theater. I started taking acting classes with schools mainly from the US, which means most of the classes were during the night for me. So sometimes I would have really crazy days, like going to the office all day long. I work at the university here. I teach entrepreneurship. And then in the evening, I would go to the theater to rehearse. Then I'd go home, put my daughter to bed, wake up at midnight, drive to the office for a 3-hour acting class, come home at 4:30, and then wake up at 5 because my daughter was waking up at 5. And then so
That is wild. That is really crazy. It's like,
yeah,
did you even sleep?
not much those days. Now now I get to sleep enough. But when I decided that I wanted to be serious about this, I really had to push, on all fronts for about a year to juggle everything.
Okay, hang on. Let's backtrack a little bit because there was a lot in a very short like moment. Okay, hang on. So you studied finance, and did you work as that as well after you finished studying that?
For a bit, I worked in finance while I was living in London.
Yeah.
And then I left London and
Did you
I
hate it?
worked
Was
in
it
the hotel
okay,
industry.
or
Sorry?
did you enjoy it? Was it okay for you, or was it just a means to make some money, or what was that like for you?
I wasn't making that much money. It wasn't very interesting. I just needed the job because this is another crazy story. I was engaged 10 years ago to an Englishman in London, and then I canceled the wedding and I needed to get a job to be able to live on my own. But then I quit the job and I left the country.
Okay, so you initially was gonna take the path that your mom kind of like programmed in you, which was like, okay, this is your passion, but don't be silly. You're gonna grow up and get married anyway. So you actually took most of that path all the way to engagement and then thought, no, what broke that? Was he someone did you choose him? Was that kind of like, sprung on you from your family, or what happened?
No, this is another crazy story. I was working at a hotel in Poland, and I was working at the front desk. He was my guest. I checked him in, and we really liked each other. So 2 months later, I was living in London.
Wow, so cute. So you're like romantic. You went.
I was.
So but then you end up studying acting anyway, even though you got the degree. Like you still wanted to pursue that. And then you mentioned you've been doing it for the last few years. So it sounds like it's not impossible to get in. Like it's not too late. Like if people already took on one career or studied something in uni or college and thinking, oh, that's the thing I picked. It's like, actually, you can go back. There is second chances and you can kick off another career. What was that like for you breaking into the industry?
It's true. Many people think that once you got a degree, that's what you have to do forever. And I remember 8 years ago, I met a very well-known singer, Hathaway. Maybe you know him, What is Love? So he told me, oh, you're 26, then you need to hurry up because you only have 4 years left. And
Why the 4 years?
because I somehow he told me I only had time to make it as an actress till the age of 30.
Okay.
And then what happened when I was 30, I saw a video on YouTube. There's an actor, Kurt Yu. He was recently in a film with Lindsay Lohan, and he was telling the story of a lady who started acting at the age of 90. She started studying acting at the age of 90, and at 93, she got cast in, I think it was Wakanda or some very, very famous movie. And that's how she got famous at 93. And I was like, okay, if this lady
Inspiring.
can do it at the age of 93, I can do it at 30. So that's how I started doing theater, and then slowly I started getting more roles in short films. And this year has been a very good year for me. I was recently the lead in an action feature film. I'm the lead in a TV series here in Switzerland, and I directed 2 episodes in a thriller TV series that we filmed in the Swiss Alps.
Wow, congratulations. Tell us
Thank you.
about those, because like we might want to Google it and look it up. Is it something we can watch?
Soon, I guess so. Yeah, so the TV series, that's a funny story. My character was supposed to die at the end of the first episode, but because everyone liked me, they
Ooh.
changed the whole script. So I stayed alive. I survived getting shot, and I became the lead actress.
Oh, I hope you didn't give away something you weren't meant to.
No, no.
It's like, oh, she didn't die.
Okay, I'm not watching. Everything is clear, so I won't watch it. No, no.
That sounds very cool. So what can we look it up? What's the name of it?
Not yet. It's called Shadow Flies.
Okay, for
And
later. When is it coming out?
I don't know. We're filming episode 3 at the moment,
Okay.
in 2 weeks. So I'll let you know.
Wow, amazing. What's exciting on your horizon at the moment?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to London for the Health Optimization Summit. I'm curious to learn more about health because I had a very bad knee injury a few months ago. I went a bit crazy during kickboxing. So now I'm curious to learn more about stem cells and longevity and how our bodies heal. So what I can do to stay in shape and heal faster and look better for
Yeah, the
for many
stem
years.
cell studies sounds crazy. I want to hear about that too. Do share that knowledge when you find
I will.
out.
I will.
So it sounds like you go to the gym as well then if you're doing kickboxing. Where are you finding all this time? Where is it coming from? What is it? Like, we need some kind of like breakdown on this like time efficiency. How are you doing this?
So a few years ago, I decided to stop doing anything that wasn't helping me anyway. So I try not to waste time. And at the beginning of the day, I decide what I want to achieve. And once
For the
those things
day?
are done, sorry?
For like each day you set it with an intention of what you're going to get done for the day.
Oh, no, but for example, if I arrive at the office, I'm thinking, okay, today, for example, at the moment, I'm writing an article about family businesses in Switzerland. So let's say on Monday, I got to the office and I said to myself, today I want to finish the introduction and literature review. And then I don't do anything else. I don't check my phone, and I'm just very, very focused on this. And once it's done, all of a sudden I have so much more free time, and I don't know, I can check my emails, or I can even apply for 1, 2 acting jobs while I'm at the office. So the idea is to know what the priority is and to know exactly what I want to achieve.
Wait, so you're
And
doing like journalism at the moment? Oh.
No, I'm an academic, so I write scientific papers, and I've published papers with Harvard.
You're too many things. I cannot keep up. Okay. And you do you enjoy doing that?
I do. I really love writing case studies because I get to interview successful entrepreneurs in Switzerland. I get to learn um, about them, the story, the hurdles that they had to endure, and then simply knowing that I'm at the level where I'm publishing papers with Harvard makes
Yeah,
me
that's
feel good
wild.
about myself.
That's really cool. It seems like when you have these goals and these dreams, which are the kind of dreams that tend to be a little bit out of depth in people's world. Like they would have this type of like this would be the ideal job or this would be the dream. You seem to hit these things, right? And it's not just that. It's like you have a job that you like, which is giving you the stable income, and then you're also pursuing your additional passion on the side. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Has it ever occurred to you that you like, yeah, I'm just like a little bit mind blown? you know, like because I say this from the perspective of like, I thought work had to be boring. Like I thought adults have to do like boring jobs because that's just like our responsibility, and all jobs are meant to be like kind of crappy. And that's why I like did accounting because I just thought, well, I don't want to work outside like in the field, like I holding a jackhammer to the ground or so, like a bricklayer or something. So because the sun's gonna be on me the whole time. So if I don't want to sweat it, I'm just like, well, being in the office is kind of great. I like at least I'm in aircon. That's what went through my mind. Whereas you're just like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. It's all possible. Like, where did that belief come from?
To be honest, I was bored and I was feeling like I wasn't enjoying life enough. And even now, I feel that I'm not doing enough things that bring me joy. So this is why I'm attending different events. I'm trying to do something new every once in a while. So for example, this week I tried a new therapy for the hair. It's cryotherapy. It freezes your hair. And I was really scared, and I was like, okay, I need to do more things that scare me. Even going to London scares me because I lived there for 2 years, but it's been such a long time. It's a big city. I live in Switzerland. My city is almost like a village. So I'm trying to do things that scare me more often because I'm trying to. I want to know that I've done everything possible to enjoy life to the fullest. Because I know so many people who are not, and I just don't want to live the rest of my life locked in an office doing a job that I don't find fulfilling. Um, so that's what I'm trying to do at the moment, identifying what are those little things that can bring me more joy. And sometimes it's little things, sometimes it's big things like the event in Dubai where we saw each other again, or uh, directing a TV series filmed in the Swiss Alps. That was crazy. We started filming at noon and we filmed without any breaks till 1 in the morning. So 13 hours straight, no lunch break, no dinner break.
How did
Um,
that come about? The directing. Like, how do you go from yeah, I'm an actress, yeah, I'm playing a part to like, you know what? I'll be the person just directing this film. How do you shift like that?
Um, there was someone in the team of that TV series that had worked with me in another TV series. So she called me and she said, "Hey, I know you're an actress. You've never directed, but you're a mom. So I think you'd be very good at directing because you're very well organized."
Yeah, you are.
Um, so it went really well. It went really well because I'm very well organized, and also as an actress, I had insights and I already knew how everything worked. But most importantly, being well organized is very, very important on set. Because people like to talk, to chat. Somebody goes off somewhere, especially if you're in the mountains and it's so pretty. Everybody wants to take some videos, enjoy the snow. And you're like, no, stop having fun. we have a scene to film.
Yeah, working so hard and already have to work like 13 hours straight. If they went astray, it'll be like, yo, you guys are not sleeping. Nobody's sleeping. It's gonna be like the next 24 hours. That is wild. What do you enjoy more? Acting or directing?
Acting for sure. And what's really interesting in the last 6 months, I noticed that I don't even have to prepare that much anymore, because somehow all the work I've been doing in the personal development field influences also my work as an actress. So somehow I just arrive and it's like I'm channeling, and everything is so much easier, and I just know things, and my instincts are so much stronger. So before, I'd have to do a lot of reading and write notes on the script about my internal dialogue and so on. And now everything is so much easier. So because I don't have all these worries about, oh, am I doing this right, or what would the director think? I get to enjoy my time on set a lot more. We make jokes, we talk about other things, so it's become more enjoyable.
That's incredible. It sounds like you're tapped in more, like it's actually like more spiritual in a way, right?
Yes.
How does one harness that? How does one harness that? Like, I know what you're saying, and even though I experience it at certain times, it's like, yeah, sure, I can just roll out and like do this thing. But for me at the moment, I would say it comes and go. It just depends what it is. How does one cultivate that if they want to have that level of confidence where you're not stuck in the head, but that you can trust and something out there will guide you? It sounds so fluffy, but like how did you cultivate it?
I think it comes with experience. It comes with the years. I remember 3 years ago, I had a huge audition for an American TV series. It was being filmed in Romania. It was produced by Paramount, and I really wanted it, but I didn't get it. I went through all the steps, and in the end, it was between me and another actress. And today I look back and I'm thinking, what was I thinking? I wasn't ready. And today I would easily be able to do that role. But 3 years ago, when I had this audition, I was so nervous. I had no idea what I was doing. I felt like everything I was doing was wrong. When I was in the room, and I remember I was thinking, oh, I have to find a way to tell him that I really want this, because I spent so much money on my flights, and if I don't get the part, I'm ruined, and so on. So it was very, very stressful. But with every acting job, you grow a little more, and you can't go straight to big roles. You have to do all the small roles, and that's where the confidence comes from.
How do you not kick yourself though? I think that's where people get stuck, right? Like, even if it's not acting, it's like, okay, they might want to get on stage or write a book or, some big dreams of theirs. And it would be like that for them. They'll go for something, right? Put some money into it, do something, and then feel like they fell flat on their face. And so some people actually don't get back up because they will just be thinking about, man, I really suck. Maybe this thing isn't for me. But that's not the case with you. You're like, okay, you may have spoken those words in your head at that time, but what did you do instead after that? Like, how did you recover? Did you start talking to yourself positively, or how did you get yourself to get back up to, no, okay, I just take those small steps?
Well, like I said, I already knew that my desire to be an actress would never go away. So I was like, I don't have a choice. I just have
Yeah.
to keep going.
You have
It
a
doesn't
strong
matter what's
desire.
happening.
That's pulling you forward.
A very important part of my process was finally accepting myself, and not being ashamed, because for a very long time I was ashamed. And when people asked me about acting, I would say, oh yeah, I've taken some classes and I've done this commercial. I'm an aspiring actress. Yeah, I like it. It's a hobby. And then it took me a lot of courage to say I'm an actress.
I
I've done
love
this
that.
and this is what I want to do. And just I stopped being ashamed and I stopped being embarrassed. And
How
that
did you
really helped.
switch? Because the embracing the identity, I think that is the key thing. How did you switch from, yeah, I'm just an aspiring actor to like, oh, I am? Like, how did you back yourself and accept that when the people around you is not supportive?
I think I just couldn't accept any more insults or my parents telling me that they're disappointed. I think I hit rock bottom and I was like, okay, I cannot do it anymore.
Mm.
And unfortunately, in some situations, we always change something when things get really, really bad. And that's also how it happened for me in some situations.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. I think we need either enough pain, whatever that flaw is for us, that will like kick us into gear. You said you always knew you wanted to be an actress, though. Did you like as far as you could remember, like? Because I don't think everyone have that thing. Like I certainly didn't. Do you feel like you're just lucky you knew what you wanted to do, or do you feel like you somehow nurture that out of yourself?
I definitely feel that I'm lucky because I know many people who don't know what they want to do in life. So they're just doing different jobs, but they just do what they have to do and they go home and they forget about it. And for me, it's always with me. When I was little, I couldn't understand if it was being on stage that I loved, because I did ballet for 17 years. So I
More hidden talents coming out.
So I started at the age of 7, 8, and I really liked being on stage, doing my hair and so on. So I was thinking maybe I want to be an actress because I like being on stage. And then around 17, I started acting for commercials and music videos.
Your
Then I started
parents were
having,
supportive of the ballet, though, right? They must have if they're
yes,
paying for that. Okay.
yes,
But not the extension of the being on
no,
stage for something else.
no. So then I started having doubts. Oh, maybe I want to be an actress because I want to prove something to my parents, or maybe because I'm not getting enough attention or affection from my parents. So maybe I'm looking for that validation from other people. So for many years, I kept trying to find explanations. And then, at the age of 30, I understood that this is just who I am. I don't need to keep searching for an explanation. I have
You
to
don't
just
need to push
embrace
it away.
it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I wish I had like a passion that was just like, oh, I've just been pushing away. Maybe it's just that maybe do you think like people have that? And it's just that they're not open to hear it? Or do you think some of us just maybe we just don't get it the same way and we have to actually dig for it?
I think for sure we all have gifts and talents, but we're scared. Many people are afraid that maybe they won't be financially stable, or
Mm.
we all have limiting beliefs. Um, and this is one of the reasons why I also created a course in personal development, and I
Oh,
teach
you
it at my
did?
university. Because I noticed that so many of the students at the end of the MBA program, they still feel like they won't find a job. They feel like they're not very good at communicating, or like they're not talented enough, not gifted enough. And I want to help young people get rid of those limiting beliefs and really tap into their fullest potential. And whatever it is they want to achieve, they should just go for it. So this is another one of my passions.
I've actually done an MBA, and I would say that it's not that I didn't think that would, give me a job, because I was already working. But doing the MBA certainly didn't make me more money. I didn't get a pay rise from doing it. So was it worth the time? Did it give me more confidence or whatever rah thing it was going to do? I'm really not sure. Like, of course, it might have an impact and I'm just not aware of it. But I would say I'm not consciously thinking that does a lot from a personal development front. Like, I mean, I found the negotiating module somewhat useful, because it's like, oh, it teach you about a BATNA, and it's like, oh, okay, sure, I need to go into a conversation with that in mind. It's like, yo, but I could have like also learned that from YouTube in like half an hour, right? Rather than like an MBA that I didn't have to pay for it, because like my company sponsored me, but I know people pay like 80, 100K for it, right? And it's crazy. So yeah, I think personal development courses can actually give you a lot more benefit in the real world, as opposed to something that we feel like our parents probably want, or society deems it like, I don't know, it's like a status thing, or it's just an uplift to like 3 extra title behind your name. I'm not sure why we seem to put this big thing on it. And even when I did it, like, one of the modules was like, is the MBA like master of bugger all? I actually had to write an assignment on this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I think it is. It is a master of bugger all. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this. It's kind of funny how it has even that on this as a topic. So tell me what your personal development course is like. I got the gist, but like, an MBA was like 5, 6 years or however many years, right? With like 16 subjects. It feels like a whole lifetime to do. What does your personal development course entails? How many weeks? Is there years to it? What is the commitment level like, and what's the outcome people can expect?
So I noticed from my personal experience, thinking of my years in school and in university, I noticed that having the best grades or having a diploma doesn't mean you'll be happy and successfully married and wealthy when you grow up. So for sure, there are other elements that are missing. So what I do, I explain a bit the neuroscience behind who we are, why we are this person, how did we become this person, why it's so hard to change, and then deciding who you want to be, and figuring out how you want to get there, how you want to become that person.
Mm-hmm. And how long is the course?
I'm available to the students for personal coaching. So it depends. Whenever they need me,
It's
I'm available to them.
personalized.
It's personalized, yeah. So there is some information I present to all of them in group, and also I integrate improvisation exercises from acting, because
Oh, that sounds fun.
because because in Switzerland people are very closed. They don't really like to share, and I think we all have this pressure of, oh, if I say something, it has to be perfect. I have to sound smart, or I have to sound funny. So very often we don't express ourselves. And I want to make them feel a bit more comfortable and to understand that it's okay to say something silly, or yeah, that's the most important.
Oh, that sounds fun. We might have to talk about that. We should put out a challenge to get people to do improv. I've heard like people actually like uplift their confidence a lot from doing that. It's because you can't prep and you have to like
Mhm.
do it on the spot. And even though it's scary, it's like you're kind of proud of yourself that you did it. And then the next time it's not so bad.
Mhm. Yes, and for me, what it did, I was really nervous at the beginning, especially because the classes were in English and it's not my first language. But it really helped me with accepting myself. I just understood, okay, this is me, this is my voice, this is what I look like. Because when I started, I was worrying so much. I was worrying about my teeth, my voice, my hair, everything. And then just doing improv classes, taking improv classes just helped me stop worrying about all of it. I realized that we're all humans. We all have little flaws. Nobody has perfect teeth and perfect hair and perfect everything. And I forgot about it. I don't think about those things anymore. And it also helps me in life, not only in acting.
That's interesting. I think people that see you would be inspired just hearing that, because you
Yeah.
say it so genuinely, and it's like people would think she has that in her head too. It's like, what are you talking about? If I was that beautiful with like gorgeous straight hair and the teeth and like, you know, those features, why would that even come into my head? Like, that's what people are thinking, right? But you're like, no, we all have the same thoughts still. Yeah. So I think that's actually quite comforting to people. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, it really helps to understand that we're all going through the same. We all wake up thinking, oh, I'm not rich enough, or I don't have enough time, or I'm not pretty enough, or this or that. And just understanding that we're all going through something and we all have our limiting beliefs just helps me relax a bit. I'm like, okay, it's not like everybody else has it figured out, and I'm 34 and single and I'm not rich yet. So yeah, that takes the pressure off a bit.
Yeah. Because we assume, because someone that like that's never heard this, and to see you somewhere like, you know, at a conference will be like, wow, she's got it all together. She looks great, she's amazing, probably have like, you know, 20 guys throwing themselves probably on set and around her and everywhere. And, yeah, she's smart, she's pretty, she's got all these things. And then yeah, like people will just have that in their head, right? Like just assume people's got all their whole life figure out, and you're like, nope. Let's just burst up. This is just not how it works.
Yes, but also these personal development events. I've met so many of my idols there, and I discovered that they're also struggling, and they're also going through something. So even very wealthy, good-looking people have problems. So
Isn't that
again, the
funny?
idea. Sorry.
Isn't that funny? I'm beginning to see that same thing. It's like we assume they are like, I don't know, some different levels of humans or something. And then
Mhm.
yeah, like at the beginning, you're like so far on your personal development journey, you just don't think much because you feel like the gap between me and them, it's like it's so far. They're just like some super breed of human. And then when you've done a lot of work and you actually get to know some of them, you get to this point that's like, we put these people on pedestal and they have the same problems. They have the same
True.
thoughts. And even
True.
behind the scenes, like some of them will have these struggles that you would never imagine. And it's like, oh, okay. Maybe I don't feel so bad about my life now. Right?
At least I'm not going through what they're going through.
Yeah. Okay, so if people want to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that? Where can they find you?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Lucia Zurkinden, and I'm on Instagram, on
Instagram?
LinkedIn. Yes.
Okay, amazing. I'll
Yes.
be sure to link it for them. And if like some other people hear this, like what's the role that you are aspiring to that's exciting for you? What are you looking out for? Just in case someone hears it that could help you out.
There are two things. I want to grow in my acting career,
Yeah.
of course. And then I also want to grow in my academic career, and I want to become a speaker and to talk more about personal development and inspire people.
Yeah, amazing. Cool. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. It
you.
was great. And you asked all the questions today. I'm also starting a podcast because my
Oh,
university has a room set up for a podcast. So I hope soon
woo!
I'll be interviewing you as well.
Oh, amazing. Okay, that's cool. And I can yeah, like get some guests to go on your show.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Excel in life, live your purpose, be free.